So Jamie, this is one of my favorite NFL videos.
Move it, hey, move it up a little bit. Look at his foot here. My God, look where his front of the foot is and where you put the ball. Yeah, but here's
Kansas City Chiefs.
You did good, you did good.
Minnesota Vikings.
No, he's all right. That's good, you marked it good.
1970, I believe.
Great job, you marked it good. That's an excellent call.
Super Bowl IV. I get a big kick out of the music here.
It was there, wasn't it, boys? It was there, wasn't it? All right, watch the play.
With the ball on the Viking 46-yard line, Dawson decided to resume his passing tactics. It was a wise decision. In a brilliant individual effort, Otis Taylor turned a routine hitch pass into a devastating touchdown.
I don't know if you remember that. I do. My brother picked the Chiefs and I picked the Vikings.
That's it, boys. That's the way, Otis. All right. All right, Otis. That's the way to go. Nice going. That's great. All right. Great.
Stram was the originator of the West Coast offense, evidently.
Otis. Yeah. That's the way to inject that ball over the goal line. I knew you'd do it, Doc. Hey, Doc. I knew you'd do it. That's it. Set there, boys. It was very important that we score on that last drive, I'll tell you that.
A repeat of the touchdown reveals it began from the same sideline pattern, which had worked so successfully in the first half. Taylor's remarkable run gave Kansas City a 23-7 lead late in the third period. State.
Anyway, that's some joyful music. So let me set up over here and talk to you a bit. I've been experimenting with YouTube. So I've got some YouTubes out there and some things that the Lord has put on my mind. Anyway, that's the present. And that was another stellar prayer letter that you just sent, read today. That made this a good Valentine's Day. Thank you for the Valentine, if you will. So you have such a good way with the English language, very unique and humorous way of telling a memorable story. So good job on that. A lot of times when I read your stuff, I can just see myself, or I can see you. Kind of neat. So as for me and my house, I wish I could paint a picture of love and joy and happiness, but with this economy and the Dems in charge, I don't need to tell you, I'm very much looking for and expecting the coming of the Lord in 2015. Between the Jewish feasts and the blood moons and the 50 days of Daniel, I believe that the 7-year tribulation began in September of 2008 when the Lehman Brothers crashed. And then that was at the same time the Feast of Trumpets 2008. So a brother and I have been, a brother from Maine and I have been tracking on this time frame for the last 2 years, and things keep coming together and validating this. So if you have some time and the inclination, you might Google the words "Jesus is coming in 2015" to see what I'm talking about. If you Google "Jesus is coming in 2015," the first and second results will get you there. On the left side of the website, there are several links, including the 7,000-year plan of God, the 6,000-year plan of God, the 7 Jewish feasts, and the year of Jubilee, and so on. A number of links, and they're pretty short. So you'll be, according to your letter, you'll be in Jerusalem during that time frame, and boy, that's going to be fascinating. So don't get me wrong, I'm not sold hook, line, and sinker. I'm not here to say, "Thus saith the Lord." That seems to be a bad idea. But I am paying very close attention. And so check that out. As for work, I'm eligible to retire on May 26, 2012. which is the day before the Feast of Pentecost of 2012. Another coincidence, but I don't think so. So between May 26, 2012, which is the spring feast, and the fall feast of 2012, I'm looking for the Lord to reveal His commission for me. Financially, retirement looks very impossible and impractical, but as you yourself know, that's the way of our Lord, right? I mean, He deals in impossibilities. So we'll see how that goes. As for my health, I bike to work when the weather permits to stay in some kind of reasonable shape. Because when I lift weights, my shoulders go out because of rotator cuff problems. When I jog, my neck goes out. Problems with the 5th through 7th discs, according to my chiropractor. So this getting old stuff is no fun. And as for my son, he's finally smelling the coffee. As he's working and going to school, he works at a very nice restaurant, and he's going to tech school to learn auto mechanics. Irony is we just paid $1,700 for his new transmission on his Ford truck, but he is paying us back. So the progress there has been painfully slow, but I do believe I'm seeing the first fruits of a relationship there. So that's kind of cool. And today is Valentine's Day, and you know what that means between a husband and wife. I'll leave that one right there. And when I read your prayer letters, I'm reminded of all the good memories we shared in Ashland and Myrtle. And I'm glad we're still staying in touch. So I hope you've enjoyed my presentation, and we'll talk to you as the Lord provides opportunity. And love you, man. Stay in touch. Keep the letters coming. And I'll try to keep the checks coming as the Lord provides. Talk to you later.